Good morning students, I welcome you all for today's class. The previous classes, unit 2, when the trees works, first section we have seen. Now the continuation, the section 2 we are going to see this class. So before that, before entering the class, I am going to recap. I am going to give you the recap now. So I'll give you that. Already I said the short summary, and again I would like to say that. So please listen carefully. Ruskin Bond explains his experience with his grandfather about trees in this lesson. His grandfather served many years in the Indian Forest Service. After retirement, he built a bungalow in the outskirts of Dehradun, planting many trees all around. But grandmother, she did not like to grow trees. So she liked to have a flower garden. During the rains, grandfather and the author walked into the forest to plant sapling. The author and his grandfather found a small rocky island, and grandfather planted number of tamarind, laburnum and coral tree sapling. Laburnum, yellow color flower. We can get the yellow color flower from that tree. And coral tree, red color flower. So during the Second World War, the author was sent away to the boarding school. Some years later, the author returned and visited the old house. He went to island and noticed small trees, wild plants and grasses sprung up under their protection. The trees they had planted, the grandfather and the author planted the trees now. So the trees they had planted long ago had multiplied. Through that, grandfather dream come true. So this is the short summary. Already I said this in the section 1. Again for the recapitulation, again I said this. So now we are entering into the section 2, unit 2, section 2. Let's start now. So kindly take page number 113 in your book. So we'll see. Page number 113. Grandfather wasn't content with growing trees. First I'll read the passage, then I'll give you the explanation. Grandfather wasn't content with growing trees in our compound. During the rains, he would walk into the jungle beyond the river bed, armed with cuttings and saplings which he would plant in the forest. But no one ever comes here, I had protested. The first time we did this, who is going to see them? See, we are not planting them simply to improve the view, replied grandfather. We are planting them for the forest and for the animals and birds who live here and need more food and shelter. Of course, men need trees too, he added, to keep the desert away, to attract rain, to prevent the bank of rivers from being washed away, for fruit and flowers, leaf and seed. Yes, for timber too. But men are cutting down trees without replacing them. And if we don't plant a few trees ourselves, a time will come when the world will be one great desert. So, the passage I read, now I am going to give you the explanation. Grandfather and narrator are going into the forest. In their hands, they are so many saplings and cuttings. Grandfather plant the saplings near the river bed. Grandfather plant the saplings near the river bed. The boy is watching and question, why are you planting the saplings here? Nobody will come and look after here. Nobody will see here. Why you are planting the saplings here? And the grandfather replied that I am not keeping that everyone wants to see here. It helps the birds and animals so that the birds get some fruits, shelter from the trees. After that, the narrator also helped the grandfather to plant the saplings there. So, once again we'll see the explanation. I hope that you understood this. Once again I'll read this. Grandfather during the rains would walk into the jungle beyond the river bed with saplings and small cuttings which he would plant in the forest. The narrator questioned grandfather that no one would come here. Then why are you planting the sapling here? No one will come and see here. Grandfather replied that he was planting them for the forest and for the animals and birds for more food and shelter. He also explained that trees are required to keep the desert away, to attract rain, to prevent the bank of rivers from being washed away for fruits and flowers. The narrator helped grandfather with enthusiasm while grandfather taught the narrator a George Morris poem. So it's there, it's the next page, page number 114. The thought of a world without trees became a sort of nightmare to me, and I helped grandfather. Who helped grandfather? The author. Author helped grandfather in his tree planting with greater enthusiasm, and while we went about our work, he taught me a poem by George Morris. So, nightmare, a frightening dream. So, the grandfather taught him a very interesting George Morris poem, that is, Woodman, spare that tree, touch not a single bough. In youth it sheltered me, and I will protect it now. Woodman, don't cut the woodcutter, don't cut the trees. Even a single branch itself you should not supposed to cut. When I was in the youth, it gave me a shelter. Now I want to protect the trees. So you should not supposed to cut the tree. So this is the poem of George Morris. This should be said by the grandfather to the author. So one day the trees will move again, said grandfather. They have been standing still for thousands of years, but there was a time when they could walk about like people. So grandfather said trees would start to walk again like they did earlier, until some busybody cast on spell on them. Then along came an interfering busybody who cast a spell over them, rooting them to one place. But they are always trying to move. See how they reach out with their arms. And some of them, like the banyan tree with its traveling aerial roots, managed to get quite far. So we found an island. Who found an island? Grandfather and his grandson, author, found an island, a small rocky island in a dry river bed. It was one of those river beds so common in the foothills, which are completely dry in summer. during the summer time, that island it completely dried. But during the monsoon rainy season, it was fully flooded. A small mango tree was growing on the island. If a small tree can grow here, said grandfather, so can others. So that small mango tree, if a small mango tree can grow here, why can't the other trees? So as soon as the rains set in and while rivers could still be crossed, we set out with a number of tamarind. They have started planting number of tamarind, laburnum and coral tree saplings and cuttings and spend the day planting them on the island. The narrator also helped the grandfather. So next, discuss and answer is there. Here, do you know the Western Ghats is home to nearly 325 globally threatened flora and fauna. So next, discuss and answer is here. Why do we need trees? List 4 reasons that grandfather gives. Why do we need trees? We need trees to keep the desert away. So to attract rain, to prevent bank of rivers being washed away, for fruits and flowers, for timber. Why did the author help his grandfather plant trees? So without trees become a sort of nightmare. So that author helped his grandfather to plant trees. What made grandfather plant saplings on the rocky island? There was which tree? There was a mango tree on the island. So grandfather planted saplings there. So glossary, protested, opposed or disagreed. Second one, nightmare. A frightening dream. A frightening dream. Interfering. Stopping. So that's all the section 2 got over. Section 3 we are going to see now. The monsoon season. Monsoon is the rainy season. So the monsoon season was the time for rambling about. At every turn there was something new to see. So during the rainy season we can see everything new. In the new leaves, we can see the new leaves during that season. Out of the earth and rock and leafless bough, the magic touch of the rains had brought life and greenness. You could see the broad-leaved vines, that is grape leaves, vines growing. Plants sprang up in the most unlikely of places. A people would take root in the ceiling. A mango would sprout on the windowsill. We did not like to remove them, but they had to go if the house was to be kept from falling down. So first I will read the passage, then I will give you the explanation. If you want to live in a tree, that's all right by me, said grandmother crossly. but I like having a roof over my head, and I am not going to have my roof brought down by the jungle. Already I said grandmother, she did not like to grow the trees. She likes to have the garden, flower garden. So then came to the Second World War, and I was sent away to the boarding school. Who was sent away? The author was sent away to the boarding school. So he stayed there in the hostel and he studied there. During the holidays, I went to live with my father in Delhi. The author father, they are living in Delhi. So during the holiday times, Arthur used to go there to live with his father. Meanwhile, my grandparents sold the house and went to England. So during that time, the grandparents sold the house where they lived and they went to England. 2 or 3 years later, I too went to England. The author also went to England and was away from India. We know that it was away from India for several years. Take page number 116, next page. Some years later, I returned to Dehradun. So, I returned to Dehradun after finishing the old house. It had not changed much. So, after the studies, everything got over. He returned to the same place and he visited the old house. It had not changed much. I walked out of town towards the river bed, and he walked out towards the river bed. It was the month of February. As I looked across the dry water course, my eye was immediately caught by the spectacular red bloom of coral blossom. That tree, it started gives the flowers, it started growing, and it has grown up also. In contrast with the dry river bed, the island was a small green paradise. So when I went up to the trees, I noticed that some squirrels were living in them. That squirrels and some birds, quail, crow, pigeon challenged me with a mellow, "Who are you? Who are you?" But the trees seemed to know me. They whispered among themselves and beckoned me nearer. And looking around, I noticed that other smaller trees, wild plants and grasses had sprung up under their protection. Yes, the trees we had planted long ago had multiplied. They were walking again in one small corner of the world. Grandfather dream come true. So, I'll give you the explanation now. The narrator spent the monsoon season, that is rainy season, with his grandparents, where he saw life and greenness brought by the rains. He also saw broad-leaved vines and peepal trees taking root in the ceiling, a mango sprout on the windowsill. During Second World War, the narrator went to live with his father in Delhi. After 2 or 3 years, he left for England and returned to India after several years. When he returned to Dehradun after many years, he walked towards the river bed. He was surprised to see this amazing view of the island where they had planted coral tree saplings. He could hear squirrels and quail asking him who he was. The narrator could see that the trees recognized him and came nearer. He thought of what his grandfather had said, trees are walking again. So that's all that this lesson got over. Now we are going to see the question answer and the book back exercises. Once again we will read the author introduction. Already author introduction we have seen in section 1. Once again we will see now. Ruskin Bond is an award-winning Indian author of more than 500 books, short stories, essays and novels. He writes poetry and books especially for children as well as adults. He lives with his adopted family in Landur in Missouri, India. He was awarded the Padma Shri in 1999 and Padma Bhushan in 2014. Now see the question. What did grandfather feel about trees growing in the house? What did the grandfather feel? Grandfather felt that trees growing in the house made it look like a roof brought down by jungle. Why did the author leave town? The author left town to Why did the author leave town? The author left town to live with his father. How did grandfather's dream come true? The island became a small green paradise. Describe what the author saw when he went back to the island. When he went back to the island, the author noticed smaller trees, wild plants and grasses had sprung up under their protection. The trees they had planted long ago had multiplied. So we discussed the answer now. I will write the answer on the board. Please copy down this. So what did grandmother feel about trees growing in the house? Grandmother felt that trees growing in the house made it look like a roof brought down by jungle. Made it look like a roof brought down by jungle. So second one, why did the author leave town? The author left town to live with his father. Third one, how did grandfather's dream come true? The island became a small green paradise. Fourth one, describe what the author saw when he went back to the island. When he went back to the island, the author the author noticed smaller trees, wild plants, and grasses had sprung up under their protection. The trees they had planted long ago had multiplied. So glossary: rambling is wandering, sprout when seeds begin to grow into small plants, it is called a sprout. Spectacular, eye-catching, beckon to signal someone with your hand to ask the person to come closer or follow. Now we are going to see the book back exercises, page number 117. According to the author, the tendril was moving towards grandfather because it needed light and warmth, did not like the light and warmth, wanted to be near grandfather, wanted to escape from the winter. Which one is correct? Yes, the C option is correct. According to the author, that the tendril was moving towards grandfather because it wanted to be near grandfather. Second one, grandmother had wanted the peepal tree cut down because it was knocking down. Which answer is correct here? Which option is correct? D option is correct. See, it was knocking down the brick of the outers. Put the tick mark in that. So third one, grandfather helped grandma out with the gardening because he, which option is correct in this? B, wanted to grow flowers to attract butterflies. Fourth one, the author did not want to plant sapling in the forest because, which one is correct? Yes, no one would come to see them. A option is correct. Grandfather felt planting trees would help the forest because, D option, the animal and birds would find it easier to live. When the author returned from England to Dehradun, he found grandfather's dream had come true because the forest covered the island. Again, I will say the answer. First one C, second D, third B, A, fourth A, fifth one D, sixth D. So next we have page number 118. See, read the story on your own, discuss in your group and complete the story map below. A story map is the main event of the story given in a flow chart. Grandfather built a bungalow and planted trees around. And planted trees, page number 118. Planted trees around it. Next, during the rains, grandfather walked into the jungle and planted saplings. Next, during the Second World War, the author was The author was sent away to a boarding school. They found a small rocky island and grandfather planted plants to improve view. Some years later, the author returned and saw the island. He looked around and noticed a beautiful small green paradise. So next we have work in groups of 5. Tell the story in 10 minutes that you have tried as your own. So next suffix we have page number 119. Page number 119, suffix. So here, look at the words in the boxes. Match the words to make as many new words as possible. Out, house. River, bed. Water, fall. Flower, garden. Sun, shine. Aerial, root. Busy, body. Window, sill. Food, hill. Compound, wall. So suffixes, a syllable or a word part added to the end of a word is called a suffix. A syllable or a word added to the end of a word is called a suffix. So for example, here you can see, look at the words in the box, make new words by adding ly wherever possible. So some words it has given in the box, you have to add ly at the end. So it is called as what? Suffix. Suffix, once again I will tell you, suffix is a word, it added at the end of a word. It is called as what? Suffix. So that's all. Today class got over. The next video we can see the grammar, a type of sentences is there, and poem we'll see later. Thank you students.